How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Katawa Shojou. Now, in the last episode, it was kind of more of a pilot, but we've just got ourselves to the new school, and the teacher here, Muto, has asked us if we want to introduce ourselves to the class. So I thought, what would I do in this situation? Would I not? I guess I'd be like, yeah, of course, but I don't know, do I want to play this as me, or do I want to play this like the character? Because he seems like he'd be quite depressed at the moment, but why does one of these have a tick next to it? Why do these... I don't understand. That's weird. I'm going to click it anyway. I mean, sure. Isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the... Hang on a second, no. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to check if my audio was recording with the right microphone, because there's been a lot of problems with it recently where it hasn't been recording properly, so... yeah, it's not fixed, but it was recording properly, and I just needed to double check quickly. Anyway, let's get back into it. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the first one to... I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for Class 3-3. Muto enters a door and opens the door and enters. That's Nigel Thornberry.
I don't want to alarm you, dearest, but I'm afraid I've lost the sight in my eye.
Move your hand, Nigel.
What a woman.
That picture is Nigel Thornberry! Oh my god! Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step, I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classroom. Of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around for in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by wow, sorry, I've just got an important message come through. Singing tech. I'm doing modules at the moment at uni, and one of my tutors is really ill, so we've been left in the lurch about what's going on with one of our classes. So I just had a message off of one of the girls at uni just telling me what's going on. So I'm pretty grateful for that, but it's really frustrating because I know that she's ill and I feel bad and everything for her, but we're paying £9,000 a year to end up just standing around, and we've got an assessment and we've had like 2 sessions on the whole thing, so it's just really stupid and really bad. But hey ho, I've had lots of time to perfect stuff I've been doing, and I've got plans coming up recently. But anyway, back into the game. Bit of a ramble. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out to the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that's pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses and goes back to whatever she's doing. That guy at the back looks unnaturally ill. Like, he looks like he's about to pass out. He looks like he's having a heart attack. His left arm, well, not a heart attack because the heart's on this side and he's grabbing this side, but it's like ah! I feel bad for saying that, but it's true. Also, the pink-haired girl is kind of staring at me, and so is that guy at the front. He's interesting. He looks kind of cool. He looks very suave. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the front row who has only one hand. That's a bit bad. Oh god. I cringe a little, but I hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai, and after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along, get well with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said, though a few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. Could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. Oh, so she's like... That's... I would feel really, really bad for that girl having, like, everyone clapping around her and she's just there with no hand. I'd feel really bad for her. It makes me feel a little bad. This guy is legitimately me, I swear. He likes football as well, which is like... He's me. Football and... Well, I don't read so much anymore. I used to read a lot of manga, but I don't read so much anymore. But anyway, it's like... It's really interesting. It's really interesting. The guy is me. I feel like I could play this as me at the moment. Anyway, we're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh right, Hakamichi's right there. Shizune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha ha ha! What? That's a bit alarming. She looks evil now. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shi-chan. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like oh god, I skipped something, and I can't go back. Okay. She has short, yet carefully, neatly brushed hair and a pair of oval-shaped glasses, balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between being analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. ... Oh, she literally signed. That was. So she's deaf. Okay. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you. Okay, that's a bit of a dick move. You're new in the class, and the guy says, oh, you'll be able to talk to people, and then says, oh, go and work with the class rep, and then points out someone who's not the class rep, and then the class rep happens to be deaf. This teacher seems like a bit of a dick. I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like her interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. ... You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you'd be here today so soon. He-chan, right? He-chan? Oh, they've already given him a nickname. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. ... Ha ha ha! Yeah, you look just like a He-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. ... Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly. Their hands are blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. ... Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word of it, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. ... Ha ha ha! That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Haha! Learn about where you're going. Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this. Even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyway. I didn't say anything. And Misha signed something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seemed like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? ... Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Misha is asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help, so stop looking like you just failed the test. Wahaha! Alright. ... And another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Aw, she's blushing! Oh, look at that. Okay, maybe that's too formal. Maybe Shizune will be more appropriate. ... Yep, Shizune is fine. Heh, okay, that'll be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. And I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so I guess. ... Huh? Oh right, we haven't even touched on the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we don't want to finish it before the end of class. Wahaha! That too. ... Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. ... After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Damn, son. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, though. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bells ring, signalling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Nigel Thornberry's back! Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me to the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare. But Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menus options, which seems great, until I realise that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. ... I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there's something. I wonder. ... Why is it ticked? I haven't played this before. Why is that happened earlier? I don't understand. I haven't played this before. That might be a bit of a glitch. Maybe I downloaded a package that already came with a save file. I don't know. It didn't say anything at the start. I'm so confused. Oh well. Anyway. Ask about Shizune's deafness. I think I got everything I need to know. Ask about the library. See, I wouldn't ask about someone's deafness straight away because that's really rude. That's like... That's really rude. It's like, oh, I don't know you. How did you become deaf? I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to ask about the library. But I also kind of want to do it. I kind of want to know. No, I'm going to play this as me. I'd ask about the library. Okay. Oh yeah. Is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There it is. It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shuzune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk in the last row. She seems to have some kind of scar on her face. That's a pretty big scar. And I think I noticed something on her hand as well when it was turned the other way. Like when it was turned that way, you could see maybe she was. I'm starting to think maybe she was in a fire. Because why would you have a scar on both your hand from why would you have a scar on both your hand and your face? Unless she was in a fire and burned, maybe she doesn't have that eye either. I don't know. We'll find. I want to know more. I want to know more about that. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat, so I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she was slowly turning into stone just from her presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk past her directly to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a sort of short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. ... Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hee-chan. We've got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. ... You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Nigel Thornberry again! I can't get over that! Ugh. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building. ... This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They have a swimming pool. How is that official? ... Don't be silly, Hee-chan, it's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door to the left is a green cross with the text Head Nurse and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns on his office chair and to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He's a young-looking... yeah, let's go with Tex. Let's go with Texan. I feel like Texan's going to be for him. He is young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who's heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by name, or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisaum Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers. Like... Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good, well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, that's just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. You get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now let me find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark grey laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging up on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day, and from all the food groups. Get all your greens! 5 a day keeps the doctor away. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff, like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. No! I want to play football! I'm a footballer! I need to play my football! Let me play my soccer! Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of a cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There is a pool here, so I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over to my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good? That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need anything. I mush it out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. Right. I'm not doing any more right now. I am starving, and this episode has gone on slightly longer than I wanted it to, so I guess that's what we're going to call episode 2. I'm really enjoying this. It's making me think about things, like, I feel like I want my character to learn sign language so he can communicate with that girl. I really do. I feel like I want him to, because, I don't know, I just feel like it's respectful. It'd be weird having to go around and try and talk to her without her being able to say anything. It's the least you can do, especially after she took the time out of her day to show him around. Anyway, I'm going to call that episode 2, guys, and that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day and a great life. See you later.